Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle. It's your boy Cole Plays here, bringing you back with another SBR video. Yeah, I don't know about the intro. Still working on it, trying to figure out something that's unique yet also tremendously corny, because I feel like that's the best way to go. But yeah, so we're gonna look at the stage here. The Super Saiyan stage. Definitely an interesting one. It didn't take very long, but it was still quite challenging. In terms of team build, you can go for a couple routes with this. You can go for the Kamehameha route, which I go for, where you kind of run these Kamehameha hybrid Saiyans on one rotation, the Trunks and the Goten, with their massive 70% damage reduction after super attack. They are incredibly tanky lineup. I then also use the EZA LR Goku. Why do I use him? Because, well, I grinded for him and I like to use him in every stage he can be used in, and he succeeds in a lot of these stages. Even though he struggles for ki in some of them, he is still a very helpful unit. So yeah. Then in the other side of things, I have the Vegito and Goku, well, the Int Goku and Vegito card, and the physical Goku and Gogeta card. Since these units are Super Saiyans, they're on the category, and yeah, they're both on the Kamehameha category somehow, so that's super helpful. I guess they both do a Kamehameha, but I mean, hey, yeah, whatever works. We have double Teen LR Gohan leads. Teen LR Gohan being one of the more variable and successful units in the game, especially with his link level update. He is a solid option to use. Taking a look at the team, pretty good. Your options overall for the team, a lot of them. Pretty much everything's a Super Saiyan in this game. You can have the agility Gogeta in this team. You can have the strength Goten. You can have the Go Bros. You can have Ghost Tanks, you can have Go Tanks, you can have Strength Go Tanks, you can have Physical Go Tanks, you can have Transforming Vegeta, you can have Transforming Goku, you can have, I think you can have, yeah, no, they're SS2, you can have Kale, you can have Kefla, you can have Caulifla, you can have the free-to-play Goku and Gohan card. You can have the free-to-play Vegeta and Trunks card. You can have Transforming Trunks. You can have Rage Trunks. You can have Rage Int EZA Trunks. You can have the... No, you can't have... Yeah, you can have the Physical LR Trunks. You can have... Who else is it? There's a lot of units you can have. Like I said, everyone. Namek Goku, Cooler Movie Goku, Cooler Movie Vegeta. Pretty much anything, really. That's the impressive thing about it. The category is just so damn diverse. But yeah, in terms of rotations, pretty much the idea is to get the Goten and the Trunks linked up as quick as possible. I failed to do this in this video again. I take way too long to get these two set up. It's because I get distracted and focus too much on trying to get the best key rather than getting the best setup, which can happen to you in SBR, so don't fall into that trap. Rather get the best setup going. But yeah, oh, Bardock. You can use the Transforming Bardock, who's great, by the way, against Wicked Bloodline characters, so he will destroy this stage. In fact, I think he's one of the best options for this stage overall. But yeah, there's a lot of units you can use the Broly cards as well. You can use Tech Broly. You can use the Physical Broly. You can use the Physical Full Power Broly. So you can use Strength Broly if you really want to use that semi-outdated card. You can use the Strength World Tournament Team Gohan. You can use so many cards. So really there's so many options that it's not who you use but how you use them. I think in terms of the best cards to use, a lot of these fights, it seems like, again, they're really restricted to, 3 enemies in this. I think they really went with the 3 enemy thing for the Super Saiyan 1. So I think overall you really want to focus on maybe attack lowering for some of them, just as like a flyby bonus on all the attacks. And you're going to want to focus on having some kind of regen. I think that's probably your best bet in terms of strategy for the stage. Some attack lowering and some regen will really help, but this Kamehameha unit combo on this other rotation that I failed to set up 1,000 times over, of Goten and of Trunks, was really, really helpful, and I really hope that you guys got those cards done and really made them work out, because yeah, they are super helpful. But also, yeah, you have margin strength Vegeta again, Super Saiyan. You have a lot of Super Saiyans. You have a lot of them. So yeah, just basically choose what's best. You got Agility, Vegeta, Easy A, for crying out loud. You got so many cards that you can use for the Super Saiyan category. If you got them, use them, flaunt them, roll with it. Just think smart and go with what you've got the most dupes in and what you're most comfortable using, and you're going to need some rotations that link pretty well. That's kind of why I went for the Gogeta Vegeta combo, or the physical Gogeta and the Int Vegeta combo. They link pretty decently, and they just have very high stats, and they're just very reliable in SPR stages because they can heal from the 5th turn. They just bring a lot to the table. And yeah, but so in these fights, I think if you had Bardock here, it would be a different story. I think this fight would go very smoothly, the second one, but it's obviously the Wicked Bloodline category enemies. We get a very early Dokkan attack, which is a bit bumming, because you obviously kind of always want it at the 3rd stage, but I mean, it's okay to get it here. It's not the end of the world. It's gonna wrap up this fight, even though it's a little bit of a waste. And then we're going to move on to the last stage and see what that has in store for us. But I think all these cards do very well. I think the Tech LR Easy A Goku is a very solid option to have on any of these teams, even though he doesn't link very great. I think especially in this stage you are fighting enough extreme enemies for him to really show off his worth. And we finally do not get our rotation together still by the 3rd fight in the SBR. We do not have Goten and Trunks linked together, which is a problem. But I mean, at this point, we eventually get them there, but it takes way too long to be beneficial. So please, when you're doing this stage, make certain that you link those two cards way sooner than I do. It will not only help their damage and their output, but it will save you a lot of stress in terms of how much damage you're taking and a lot of items. But Team Gohan, great card, really awesome card, does so much damage, considering there's nothing gimmicky to his damage. His damage is very much just, I have stats and I am going to hit a high attack stat. That's what Gohan's like. That's where his energy comes from in this first form. He's not nuking, he's not doing anything, he's just, I've got stats and I'm going to flaunt them. Which I think is fine. I like cards like that. I think those cards are kind of good. I mean, Jiren's good. He's not out on Global yet, but he's literally good in exactly only that way. I have stats, I'm going to flaunt them. But we have enough items here to, kind of see this stage through. I'm just kind of debating what to use, what to go with this fight, because there's 2 of them. Generally speaking, they're a bit tankier. Than the 3 people fights. Hachiak's obviously the more dangerous one out of the all of them. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and take out the other unit first, leave Hachiak to just kind of takes it from all of the units basically. But that doesn't really work completely, but I mean, it's difficult when you don't have any stuns or seals or anything. You're relying kind of on raw power and items to just kind of push you through here, but it's okay. Works out in the end. It's very good. You could use movie Team Gohan. No, he's only SS2. He's only SS2. But this Tech Goku, You can see him here. It's really balling out, which I'm proud of. It makes the ground worth it. And yeah, I think we finally have them linked up. Took the entire run, but I mean, hey, it worked out in the end. They won't take any damage here, because with the item, not only will that stack onto their defensive reduction, but it will stack before they even stack their defensive reduction further after supering. So it's like super mega ultra defensive reduction, which is obviously very, very good. Then they're going to raise their attack stats with their own super attacks, which is also one of the nice reasons, because it's going to make the unit in the third slot do a nice chunk of extra damage that go on all the way up to 2.5 on a 12 key, which is very nice. And you can see we're kind of starting to power through the stage with our damage. Because we got the Dokkan attack super early, we're not really going to be able to get it in this fight, unfortunately, unless it takes, another 15 years. You can see me contemplate using an item. That's just because the Int Vegetos on rotation don't want to risk taking too much damage in terms of him taking a super attack, but also we're very lucky in the sense that we did use the damage reduction from the turn before, so we should be quite alright in terms of that. But yeah, so overall decent stage. I think it's not too hard, especially since you have so many options. I think you could definitely make a better team than I made. I just kind of took this kind of stat heavy, get it done kind of team for this run, rather than like a smart tactical team. But that's okay. I think it's good to show off all the different kinds of strategies that you will see pop up through. I think it's good to show runs that are inefficient, where the units aren't linked up or connected properly in turns, or haven't been set up to do everything they can do. So I think it's good to show. I think it's the right way to go about it. And you can see I even use an item for security, so please, when you're doing these stages, I advise people all the time, please make certain that you are using items to secure the win. I think a lot of people don't want to use items because they feel like, oh, I don't want to waste this item, but if you use the item and you secure the win, it's better than not using the item and dying and then hitting yourself afterwards. But yeah, that's the run. Cool. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Cole, signing off. Cheers. Bye.